When and how would that work? Because pick a county, and in terms of water services, a shortage, there's a problem.
Yes.
There are parts of Nairobi, for example, where folks have been told no more boreholes because under every building is a borehole.
Yeah.
And in terms of the water table then being available, it has close to disappeared. There are parts of the county also where the salt in the water is just too high, so it is not usable for household and things like that. And then there are parts of the city where water doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Maybe water comes once a week. And if it comes, then it comes for a couple of hours. The rest of the time, folks are having to buy water PS. So then the question is, this place where they are buying this water from, it exists. Where are they getting it from? Why can't it be in the pipes for them to put it on? And then these folks are billed for non-existent water. True situation.
Sure.
How are we working with that circus?
You see, there is the extent to which national government can go. And what we've done is, first of all, especially for illegal connection and this detection of leaks and water being stolen, we have set up a water police unit with the support from Ministry of Interior. So this is a unit that helps us. First of all, we have a map of where the pipes are passing, so they're able to go and see if there are people who have connected and they don't have meters. So the working with the water service providers is expected to improve on that. So like Nairobi Water, we've given them an inspector.
Okay.
And then they get backup from our CIPU, that is the Critical Investment Police Unit, so that they can look at that. I remember we did something in Kibera, and we managed to close the leakages that were tapping water for the water coming to Langata. And out of that, I think Langata people now started seeing water.
I'm sorry, PS. If there was a supply of water, you wouldn't have illegal connections, and then you wouldn't need a policing unit. Because water is in the pipes, it's in the taps. The reason why you have illegal connections is because there's no water in the first place. So somebody's tapping in for a structure, somebody's tapping into the main pipe because there's been no allowance made for them to receive this. Number one. Number two, there's also no clarity on the pricing per unit of water. We don't know how much it's actually supposed to cost. Anybody can just come and say, hi,
200 per unit.
Bas. So people are saying, number one, it's too expensive. So if there's a pipe here and I can get somebody who's going to knock the thing through, pipe water to my house, it sounds a bit funny, but that's just how it happens. If there was a proper flow of water, would we have illegal connections? Then would you need this policing unit where maybe that resource could be channeled elsewhere? Or am I not understanding it?
One is you're talking on the assumption that everybody is well behaved.
Well, yeah, we can't do that, can we?
Now, first of all, water service provision is regulated.
Okay.
Which means we have an agency within the ministry called WASREP,
Yes.
Water Services Regulatory Board.
Yes.
And its responsibility is to regulate the service provision.
Okay.
So one of the things that they do is that for every water service provider, they're given a tariff to charge to the citizens for every 3 years. Like now, we've just finished the tariff review for Nairobi, and I think the price has increased from around 90 shillings per 1,000 liters to about 115
for 1,000 liters.
For 1,000 liters. Now,
that's what you should pay if it's metered.
If it is metered.
Okay.
And so when you look at the price, it's actually very reasonable.
Okay.
However, anybody who buys, I used to buy also water from the Bozas. A 10,000 liter tank, I was paying 10,000 shillings.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the 10,000 from Nairobi Water, how much will it be? If it is 115, it's about 1,500. So you can see the level of exploitation our people are facing because of one, inefficient water service provision.
Okay.
And this is where now, as part of our regulations, we've given each water service provider a benchmark. One, the number of days in a week that they should ration, which means it should not be more than 2 days in a week. So which means if you get, let's say, in an area like Langata, water, you should be given days when water will come, so that you organize yourself and say, if I use about 1,000 liters per day, I need to have a storage capacity of 5,000. I store my water for 2 days. When the water comes next time, I don't have to buy. Now, where we have a problem, and this is why we came to have the water police unit, was that when there was scarcity, maybe just let me bring context for Nairobi. Nairobi, the demand for water is 900 million per day for Nairobi. Up to last year, when we finished the Northern Collector and Karimenu Dam, we were generating 480,000 cubic liters. That is 480 million liters. So there was a deficit of 520 million. Now, Karimenu Dam and Northern Collector both injected about 200,000, which is 200 million liters. So it has brought the water for Nairobi to 700 million, leaving a deficit of 200,000 cubic meters. So which means the supply of water in Nairobi has greatly improved. And that's why for the last 1 year, the estates that were receiving water once a week are now getting 3 times because of that. But with it also, so because of that historic shortage of water, and most of the time water was not there. So everybody thought by intercepting the main pipe, by collecting illegally, was going to help them. But you have a connection that is not bringing you water. And then what happened is that people started now investing in boreholes, and then they started selling. Now, when they realize it's a lucrative business, what do? They make sure that even now when the little water comes, it's blocked. So that they do their business. So what do you do?
So the water, I'm sorry, we wanted to go into a break. If you hold on to that, because we'll come back. But what you're telling us is that the water that's being sold to people that should actually be in their pipes
belongs to them.
It belongs to them, actually. That it's being taken from the source that should actually come to them, and we're telling them to buy tanks and store water, so that the people who come and sell to them on the days when water doesn't come. My goodness, I'm already dizzy.
And maybe just before you close, the water that we are talking about, for instance, in some instances, you find that it's the water service provider that licenses the water boozers.
Oh, my Lord.